Hi all, today we discuss section 22.11 C and 22.11 D. Section C is Simpson's one-third rule. We have already seen in the last class that Newton quotes quadrature formula. So in that formula, if we put n is equal to 1, we have deduced trapezoid rule. Now we consider the case when n is equal to 2 in that formula. That means if you are asked to evaluate this integral of this function f of x from this is our a and this is b, and if you are given n points, say this is x1, x2, x3, etc. This is our xn. If this is our x0. If this is the case, in order to use Simpson's one-third formula, we use n is equal to 2 in this formula. That means for the approximation of the first two intervals will be evaluated first. So first of all, we will evaluate in this 1/3 rule. We evaluate x0 to x0 plus 2h. Then you can say that the the value of n is equal to 2 here, because we use this much interval. Okay, so we have this is x0, this is x0 plus h, and this is x0 plus 2h. Okay, so this is x0, this is x0 plus h, and this is x0 plus 2h. So n is equal to 2 here. So first we use this formula to evaluate integral of this part. Okay, now we will use from x2 to this x4. Okay, that will be x0 plus 4h. Okay, and that means in the next case we repeatedly use this formula to evaluate integral of this part, then the other two interval, and so on. Finally we will reach b is equal to x raised to b is equal to xn. So to evaluate this, we use the values x0, x1, x2. That means we are using an approximation of f of x with third degree polynomial. Okay, that means polynomial of degree 2, not third degree, 3-term polynomial, that is degree 2 polynomial. So for degree 2 polynomials, from this onwards, the third difference onwards will be 0, so we are neglecting these terms. So by applying this formula I to this one, we can get f of x dx equal to n is equal to 2 here, so we have 2h, 2 times h times we have y0 plus delta y0 plus here when n is equal to 2, this will be 4 minus 3, that will be 1, and this is 2 again, so 2 by 12, that is 1 by 6. Okay, 1 by 6 times delta square y0. This will be the value of this integral. So we can simplify this as 2 by taking the LCM of this. First of all, we write this is equal to 2h times y0 plus delta y0, that is y1 minus y0, and we have 1 by 6 times delta square y0. Delta square y0 is obtained by delta of y0. That is delta of y0 will be y1 minus y0, that is delta of y1 minus delta of y0, that is equal to y2 minus y1 minus minus of y1 minus y0. By applying this, you can get y2 minus 2y1 minus plus y0. So that we will substitute here, that will be y2 minus 2y1 plus y0. So this is the value of this. So we simplify this, then you will get h by 3 times y0 plus 4y1 y2 plus y2. So this is the value of this integral. Similarly we evaluate from x0 plus 2h to x0 plus 4h f of x dx. So that will give again h by 3 times. Using this, you can write that we start with y0, here we start with y2 plus 4y3 plus y4. So this is the value of the other integral. Exactly the same way you can evaluate this. Similarly, you evaluate x naught plus 4h2, the other thing, x naught plus 6x, and so on. So finally you will get x naught integral x naught to x naught plus nh f of x dx. F of x dx becomes h by 3 times y naught plus yn plus 4 times y1 plus y3 plus etc. plus yn minus 1 plus 2 times y2 plus y4 plus etc. yn minus 2. So this is the formula what we called Simpson's one-third rule. So this is what we called Simpson's one-third rule. Okay, one-third rule. So if you are asked to evaluate evaluate the integral through this formula, you need to use this one. So please remember this. You are not bothering about the you need not bother about the derivation of this formula. So please understand this formula and try to remember this formula to do the integrals. Now we discuss one example for this. So this is the example. Evaluate integral 0 to 1 dx by 1 plus x square using Simpson's one-third rule. One-third can be denoted in this manner also by taking h is equal to 1 by 4. Okay, now you can easily get h is defined as b minus a by n. So we have this h is given that 4, then we know that b is equal to 1, a is equal to 0, then we have from this you can get n is equal to 4. So why I write this n is equal to 4 means in order to use this that will be this we evaluate, before this we evaluate the integrals of in intervals, sub-intervals. So we use this. We are given that h is equal to 1 by 4. That's enough for this. H is equal to 1 by 4. First we have to evaluate these values, y0, y1, y2 and so on. So we write, we need to split the interval as this is 0 and this is 1, and h is equal to, we are given that h is equal to 1 by 4. So this is 1 by 4 and this will be 1 by 2 and this will 3 by 4 and 1. So this will be the splitting. So first we have to evaluate the integral over this interval 0 to half first. Okay, now we write the x values and y values over this interval. This is f(x) and this is f of x. The x values are 0, 1 by 4, 1 by 2, 3 by 4 and 1. The values are, the corresponding values can be obtained from this integrand 1 by 1 plus x square. Using the values of x, you can evaluate that. Then the first value will be 1. Then this will be, the second value will be by putting x equal to 1 by 4 in this f of x. Write f of x here, that is equal to 1 by 1 plus x square, that is the integrand. So that value will be, you can see that value as 9.9412 and this value is 0.8, and the next value at 3 by 4 we have 0.64, and finally at 1 we have 0.5, that is obtained by 1 by 1 plus 1, that is 1 by 2, that is equal to 0.5. So these are the values. Now we use Simpson's one-third rule. What is the Simpson's one-third rule? We have written here. This is Simpson's one-third rule. We evaluate, that is 0 to 1 dx by 1 plus x square. So that is h by 3, that is equal to h by 3, and we substitute the values here. That is y0 is 1 plus the last one, y0 and yn, that will be 0.5 plus 4 times the odd suffixes. Okay, that is this one These are the odd suffixes. And this one. Okay, so 4 times 0.9412 plus 0.64. Okay, plus 2 times, these are the even suffixes, that is this one, 0.8. So 2 times 0.8. So this is the values. Before that we substitute for h also. Now we have the value of h is given as 1 by 4. So this will be 1 by 4 by 3. So that is 1 by 12. So this value is this value becomes 0.7854. So this is the value of this. But we know that actual value is integral 0 to 1 1 by dx by 1 plus x square is nothing but this is the derivative of tan inverse 1, then this is tan inverse x, the tan inverse x, the derivative of tan inverse x is this, then integral will be this, so 0 to 1. So this will be tan inverse 1, that is pi by 4. So in fact approximately 7854 is pi by 4 approximately, so the approximate value. Then from this you can get the approximate value of pi as well, that is 4 times 0.7854. so this can be used to evaluate the approximate value of pi also. So this is a illustrative example of Simpson's 1/3 rule. Next we will discuss Simpson's 3/8 rule. Now we discuss Simpson's 3/8 rule. So I am not going to explain all these derivations. So this formula, if we use the same arguments in the previous case, we can deduce the formula as this integral x naught plus nh f of x dx would be 3h by 8 times y naught plus yn, and 3 times y1 y2 y4 y5 etc etc yn minus 2 plus yn minus 1. So we are omitting the multiples of 3 here in the first bracket, and we collect all those in this second bracket, 2 times multiples of 3. Okay, so this is what we call Simpson's 3/8 rule. This is 3/8 here, so this it is easy to remember Simpson's 1/3 3/8 rule using this 3/8. Okay, so we can discuss an example for the same. So I'm going to use the same example that we have discussed for Simpson's 1/3 rule. Then we can easily identify what are the changes that we have required. Okay, in that case we are asked for using h is equal to 1 by 4. So in order to use the Simpson's 3/8 rule, we need to split that interval. In the previous case the problem will be like this: integral 0 to 1 dx by 1 plus x square. In this case we have chosen h is equal to 1 by 4 in case of Simpson's 1/3 rule. In this case we split this as the intervals with h is equal to 1 by 6. So this is 1 by 6, this is 2 by 6, that is 1 by 3, this is 3 by 6, that is again 1 by 2, and 4 by 6, and this is 5 by 6, and 6 by 6, that is equal to 1. So we use this type of, so this question is, the example is like this: evaluate integral 0 to 1 dx by 1 plus x square using Simpson's 3/8 rule. So this is the question: evaluate this using Simpson's 3/8 rule using h is equal to 1 by 6. You are given that h is equal to 1 by 6 here. Otherwise you need to split, or you need to take n as a multiple of 3 in order to use this formula. Okay, now we evaluate the same thing using Newton's 3/8 rule. So in order to evaluate this, we need to set x naught, the values of x and values of f of x. So first value is 0, and this will be 1 by 6, 2 by 6, 3 by 6, 4 by 6, 5 by 6 and 1. So these are the values. Now this can be written as 1 by 3 as well, and this is 1 by 2, and similarly this is 2 by 3, etc. Okay, so the function values are obtained by evaluating. Here the function is same, f of x equal to 1 by 1 plus x square. So evaluating that f of x at all these points, you will get the function values are 1, and here you have 9, 7, 3 point, next is 0.9, 1 by 3. So that is at 1 by 3 we have the function value is 0.9, and this value at half we have 0.8 that we have already used in the previous case, and here we have 0.6923 and 0.5902. 5902. Then finally we have at 1 we have 0.5. So these are the values. Now you directly write a Simpson's 3/8 rule, 0 to 1 dx by 1 plus x square. That will be 3 times h is 1 by 6 here divided by 8 times y naught, that is this is y naught and this is y1. The first term will be same, that is 1 plus 0.5 and plus 3 times you observe this, that is 1 y1 plus y2 plus y4. So we just neglect these terms, the multiples of 3. So to easily observe, you write this is x0, this is x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 and x6. Okay, so we have already used these are the values y0, y1, y2, y3, y4, y5 and y6. We have used this y0 and y6 here, and 3 times we use this one, y1, y2, y4 and this y5. Okay, we need to use all these values, so that will give 0.973 plus 0.9 plus 0.6923 plus 0.5902. So these are these values, plus 2 times y3. So this is y3, that is yn minus 3, that is y6 minus 3, that is also y3. So it contains, this bracket contains only one term in this example, so that will be our 0.8. So this is 2 times 0.8 is here, 0.8. Okay, so when you simplify this, you will get 0.7854. Okay, so this explains Simpson's 3/8 rule. Okay, with this we can conclude our first module. So I hope up to this we can set for the first internal exams that will be held on the next Friday possibly. Okay, so the date and time will be intimated soon. Thank you. So please study well for the internal exam. If you have any query about these topics, please inform me a day before to get the live interaction or doubt clearing sessions. If you some of you want to get the live interaction, please WhatsApp me the date and time through your class representative. Then we can arrange the live interactions for this first module. Thank you.